But all right, though, let's go ahead and get into it with Pam Bondi.
Gone. Some say Pam Bondi. Trump fires Pam Bondi yesterday. Lots of stories come out. Okay, a lot of stories. So you got Kristi Noem is gone. Some say because of balloons, but whatever. Kristi Noem is gone.
Party
so
animal.
Now Pam Bondi is gone. The announcement is made all over the place. And there's
to be honest, I think they seen this coming down the line, and they were like, "Yeah, your husband's little dirty secret's about to get dropped, and there's already enough going on around you, so we're just gonna relocate you. Like, we don't fire nobody in the Trump administration; we just reassign you." But yeah, husband wanted to have boobs, 200 million in ads. Oh yeah, and you're also cheating on your husband with somebody in the office. I mean, it's too much. Come on now, like you gotta go. And I feel that. I feel it.
A lot of stories that are coming out with this Pam Bondi firing. The White House, Rob, first play the clip on. Yeah, let's read this one here. Pam Bondi's great American patriot and true lawyer friend who faithfully serves as Attorney General over the past year. Pam did a tremendous job overseeing a massive crackdown in crime across this country where murders plummeting to their lowest since 1900. We love Pam, and she would be transitioning to a much needed and important new job in the private sector to be announced at a later date. And our Deputy Attorney General and a very talented, respected legal mind, Todd Blanche, will step in to serve as the acting Attorney General. While that's being announced, Rob, there is stories that came out.
You know what kills me? That's not a damn improvement. Like the same Todd Blanche that pretty much gave Ghislaine Maxwell that sweetheart interview and forgot to give her the hardball one, and then didn't give her that hardball one, but took her out of, what was it, minimal security prison and put her into a rich people's prison where she now got a dog and she can get commissary and she's now allowed to take walks.
I mean, he was Trump's personal lawyer. It's a clear conflict of interest to me, but
literally. And it's just like replacing Bondi for him is just like, I don't really see how things are going to get better. I mean, if anything, the deputy AG is almost like, bro, that was basically Bondi's wingman. What makes him any better? Well, I mean, what is he going to be less of a loyalist to Trump? No. So what are we getting that's better?
Well, I think the other point is too, and I'm sure old boy's gonna start getting into it. Is like, why did Trump do it? He's pissed off that the files didn't go well, or that his political opponents weren't prosecuted appropriately. Either way, Blanche would have had a seat at the table to say, Bondi, like, yo, we need to go about this a different way. So I don't see how it's going to actually create any type of change. Like he should have been suggesting strategy and like truth to power to Bondi and his role. So I don't understand how that's going to really change much.
Yeah, I agree. But all right, now let's get to it.
Todd Blanche was asked about the rumors with Eric Swalwell. I think you have that clip, Rob. Go for it. Here's Jesse asking Todd Blanche the question about what's the reasoning for this having to do with her relationship with Eric Swalwell. Go for it.
Pam Bondi too, but she didn't give Swalwell a heads up on the Fang files, did she?
I would not believe that for a second. Absolutely, positively not.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom, what do you think?
So there's a lot of rumors that float out whenever there's a change in administration. Here you go. It's the parlor game of what really happened, what was really said, what was, behind it all. I think the fact that that's being brought up, maybe there's some, I only give that probably about a 20% credence. If she did that, that would be such a lapse of judgment because it was so high stakes at that time. It's like three things can happen, and two of them are bad. One is nobody finds out about it. Second, Swalwell or somebody talks about it. And third, somebody on her team talks about it. It's like, I see the rumors. I see that because everybody wants a reason, Pat, right? Everybody wants, okay, what's the real reason here? She's going, by the way, she's going to a job in the private sector. Okay.
What do you think happened? What do you think happened?
Honestly, I like Pam, but I'll tell you objectively, if I was her manager sitting down there, I said, Pam, you got caught talking in a restaurant about the Epstein files. Then you had to do this press conference at the front of the White House. And then we had leaks and things going on. This project just hasn't been handled very good at all. I mean, you and I have both run businesses, and I've been able to sit with you and be a part of your businesses. And I've seen where we have to talk with good people about this. So you just didn't do a good job there. You just didn't get it done. I got to make a change. It doesn't mean you hate the person at all. It doesn't mean you don't.
It's funny because it's funny that he said that because they did the exact same thing with Adam when it came to that Dave Smith debate. They sat him down. They was like, yeah, bro, you're part of the group. You're part of the brand. You can't be going out bad like that. Like, you can't be going out debating bad like that against Dave Smith. He made us all look bad. So trust me, yeah, they stand on that.
I think they'll thrive in some other job, and you may help them get that other job. But I think that the Epstein files and what was going on there and just kind of the way that was handled, I don't think it was a passing grade, and they made a change.
Yeah, I think Tom nailed it. I think you said it previously. The only thing that can really hurt Trump outside of Iran and the economy, arguably, is the Epstein files. I think it's one of the few things that's nonpartisan. I think every American citizen wants transparency, wants it released, and most politicians are fighting against that. And Trump came in very strongly on that premise that he's going to get the information out, and we haven't seen it happen. And he needs morale now.
Well, I think her getting fired, besides everybody else, Kristi Noem, the whole crew, this one was the most one that was overdue. Okay, she's had 1 year and 2 months to bring actual justice. Instead, we just got TV appearances, her yelling in front of Congress, and empty promises. Think about this, Tommy. Under Merrick Garland, the Attorney General under Biden, in less than 1 year, the Department of Justice appointed Jack Smith, built 44 federal cases against Trump. 2 major cases, expanded January 6 prosecutions, prosecuted 1,500 people that were just standing there. Grandmothers that were there with a flag were put in prison. Okay, they did love it or hate it. That proved that an actual attorney general that cares about that, like cares.
I mean, sadly, it is true that AKA Biden's AG put in way more work for Biden's agenda than Pam Bondi. That's just the truth. And it kind of shows how Pam Bondi was low-key slacking on the job this whole time. Ain't really doing much definitely when it came to deep state arrests. Even if you want to say they were for retribution, it is, I mean, whatever. I mean, bro, she couldn't even get off what Biden's AG was getting off. Like it or not. But no, he got a good point. I mean, I don't really like the point because pretty much saying, well, why couldn't you go out there and get your enemies as well like Biden did? Basically what he's saying, and I kind of agree because it's just like, well, damn, and it kind of does show that Biden's AG was putting in way more work than you were, getting way more done for his agenda than you were, and you was out here just BSing us with BS binders of the Epstein files.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a combination. I mean, they did put charges against Letitia James. They did put charges against Comey. They just can't stick.
Well, wait, did you hear about it? One that got dropped because she didn't run a process. One of the prosecutors didn't get confirmed by the Senate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, because the other prosecutor said I quit because there's nothing here. So they brought in the other woman who had never been a prosecutor a day in her life, and she presented before a grand jury, which happened to only be like one person, a foreman, that signed off on the charges. So yes, that's why they threw them out. So yeah, I mean, they literally couldn't find someone to fill that position, because the Senate knew kind of what was going on. So yes, I mean, she did give it a shot, but to your point, I mean, they could approve a special counsel or whatever.
I would say this, even with bad evidence, I mean, the least you could do is make sure you got the prosecutor right, make sure they're confirmed by the Senate. So even if you F up on the case, you didn't lose out to a stupid mistake like that. Because that's something she should have just known as like basic knowledge at that point. So the fact she made that type of mistake, I mean, even if she'd have lost the case, I mean, all right, well, at least you did everything else right. You just didn't have enough evidence. It is what it is. But you effing up on the prosecutor as attorney general is like, come on now.
But does what they're supposed to be doing in that sense, fast, at scale, and force. That's what they want to do. So the question becomes, if he could do it, why did Bondi spend so much time promising stuff to people like me? I'm the base. I'm the Trump base, has been down with him since 2016. No accountability that I voted for. No Fauci, no Russiagate, no justice to the censorship machine about the government. Big tech, no accountability for Mar-a-Lago, the Catholic targeting memo, the lawfare crowd, or the weaponization of the DOJ and the FBI going to Twitter, paying them money, suppressing the Hunter Biden story. And then the biggest thing, like you guys said, is Epstein. That right there, and he said it first, was the biggest like shot in the like what the hell? Self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Biggest fumble.
The biggest fumble. You go on camera and you say you have what she say tens of thousands of videos involving kids, and this is the most important of this. She didn't know she was being recorded, so that's when you're saying the truth.
Yeah,
she's speaking the truth, and then when it leaked because of James O'Keefe, she had to come out and say that. Okay.
And what killed me about it was like, so if that video was never exposed about you, you'd have never told us that. You'd have kept your mouth shut. You'd probably try to lie to us. And that's why I already stopped trusting Pam Bondi right there and then. I was like, all right, so if you have to get caught saying this instead of just telling us this off the rip, I mean, here's the thing. Anybody who looked into the Epstein files, they already know this is true. So it wouldn't have been that big of a break. The fact that you just had to sit there and pretty much get exposed for saying it and not saying it at all, I mean, that kind of makes her look bad. Like the fact that somebody had to sit there, record you saying it to a maid, I believe. I'm not sure if it was actually a maid, but that's who they said it was. It wasn't anybody really that important. So you're telling me you're saying this to some random person while eating, but you can't tell this to the American people who've been waiting on it, who voted for this? Crazy.
Instead, you know what we got, Elon? We got binders. That was the most bothersome thing. Binders, social media, content creators.
May I? And it's who received those binders. Those binders weren't given out to Department of Justice or given out to congressmen heading up maybe committees or they were going to have hearings. They were given to who got them? Libs of TikTok, DC Drano, Jack
Sobiek. Yep.
Scott Pressler.
Like idiot.
Right? Yeah.
They give it out to influencers?
Yeah.
Yeah. We live in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Why not line up, say, hey, here's the
guys, make sure to double tap that screen and like the video, guys. Appreciate the support, but make sure you double tap that screen and like the video. Any question, comment, jokes, or disagreements, you guys can just go ahead and super chat it in.
People that are going to run the hearings, and here they go.
This is a good fire. I actually support this firing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the right move. And by the way, let me tell you, I said this yesterday on Twitter, is, politics is a very, very nasty game, okay? It's not for everybody.
I agree.
One day you're a rock star, next day you're a laughing stock, and it's but it's attractive because it's a contact sport. So people want to get into it. But guess what? This is not going to be a good week for Pam Bondi. She's got to kind of go through it and move on to the next phase. And look, for the rest of her family's life, her grandkids or her family is going to say what? Pam Bondi was the former attorney general.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. That's history books.
Mm-hmm.
That's permanently cemented. So good for you. You did your part. You went all the way to the top. Now go do whatever you're going to be doing next. But the next move, now I wonder what Todd Blanche is going to be doing now. So for example, Todd Blanche comes in. So I am meeting with him. So, okay, Todd, how do we handle it? Now you got it. What's your new plan for Epstein? What are we going to do it? Because this is an opportunity for Todd Blanche to do what? Help Pam Bondi.
Oh, yeah, and shout out to Thomas Massey, because he immediately hopped on Todd Blanche's ass and was like, all right, well, Todd Blanche, you got 30 days to go ahead and release the full Epstein files under the Epstein Transparency Act, or, yeah, you're going to be held in contempt. I was like, thank you, Massey. Thank you for staying on point. Like, shout out to him.
Save face and come up with a better approach with Epstein.
That tweet.
Okay? So if he comes out and he says, hey, he's defending Pam Bondi, but he also comes out and aggressively moves quickly with certain topics, people may be like, oh, wow. So it was Pam Bondi. Todd Blanche is moving more assertively. It helps the president. This could be a good move. So I don't know what's going to happen with Todd Blanche. I hope he doesn't become a vanilla AG where you come in and you don't really do anything. You just kind of stay quiet and go under the radar. And nothing really happens. Rob, is this a clip as well you have from last night?
So I have two. This is Todd Blanche talking about what the Department of Justice is currently focusing on. And then I have a separate clip where he's asked if Pam Bondi was fired because of the Epstein.
Let's listen to both. Go for it.
Okay.
I will tell you this. You are right. This is an important and long overdue objective. Just today in Los Angeles, we had a takedown. 8 individuals were arrested for allegedly bilking over $50 million of intended loss from our taxpayer monies. And
here it is. I actually found the tweet from Thomas Massey right here. Congratulations, AG Blanche. He's like, now you have 30 days to release the rest of the files before becoming criminally liable for failure to comply with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. I was like, my dog. Man.
I'm calling it right now. The needle's not moving on Epstein, but probably more charges against the political elites that they're going against.
Yeah, I see that too. I mean, I guess touching the guys on Wall Street is a bit too much, but getting the politicians, I guess, should be good enough. Not really, but I guess some people will see it like that.
Yes, this includes leadership in state governments. Our investigations do, because guess what? They are in many ways the actual conduit. They're letting it happen by not doing anything to stop these individuals stealing from the American people. And so you're going to see this Department of Justice pour all of our heart and soul into
right
fraud.
Let's go to the next one, Rob. Let's go to the next one. The Epstein one. Go for it.
Did. Now, the Epstein files, you'd agree, not handled well?
And I don't, first of all, I have never heard President Trump say that the Attorney General that anything that happened to her had anything to do with the Epstein files. And so look, the Epstein files has been a saga that's lasted for the past year. And what happened when the president signed the Transparency Act is the Department of Justice has now released all the files with respect to the Epstein saga. And the Attorney General Bondi and I appeared in front of Congress voluntarily a couple weeks ago to answer any questions they had. We have made every single congressman, senator available to come and see any document, redacted, unredacted, that they want. And so I think that to the extent that the Epstein files was a part of the past year of this Justice Department, it should not be a part of anything going forward.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I sent.
Man. Yeah, I mean, you got, like I said, it's gonna be more of the same with Todd Blanche. If you were expecting any improvements from the AG being replaced by the deputy AG, nope. Now, if we got Matt Gaetz in there, maybe something would happen, or maybe just somebody new completely. But no, we just got the deputy AG pretty much taking the place of the old AG, so no, nothing different. And then we're talking about the same deputy AG that pretty much just gave Ghislaine Maxwell pretty much everything she ever wanted, which was a more comfortable place to be imprisoned at. And she got a dog now. So, I mean, we're talking about that guy. Yeah, Todd Blanche, him.
Rob, about if he's going to be vanilla or how he's going to be. I just sent it to Rob. Pat, you guys have to understand that out of all people, that's Trump's old lawyer. He's the one that went to interview Ghislaine Maxwell, and then she got moved to a more poshy prison cell or whatever you want to call it. By the way, she came in after Acosta.
No, literally, it's for rich people. Like, most of the people in that jail are wealthy, and they mostly in there for, like, I don't know, like financial crimes or something like that. So there's nothing crazy, nothing violent, and they just get to sit there and live the good life while in prison. Well,
he's also like the only sex offender there.
Must suffer through prison, go through the regular prison system. So, well, my bad. What'd you say?
She's also like the only sexual offender there too.
Yeah. That was crazy too. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't supposed to be for anybody who had a sexual crime or any type of violent crime. So the fact that she's in there is absolutely insane, like crazy. But I mean, she kind of fits in there because she got money, but still a sexual offender, human, like basically a child trafficker, and she's in a rich people jail.
I want her ass in nasty Rikers Island. She does not deserve Club Fed.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, I literally want her next to, like, I don't know, the most butch lesbian female they could find, just that just hates pedophiles. Like, that's what she really deserves. She deserves like the meanest ass whooping from a female prisoner. But apparently she's getting, well, I guess a luxury prison experience. Like, can you imagine that? Getting a luxury prison experience when you've committed child trafficking? It's just like, well, where are we living at again, bro? Are we still living in America, bro? I'm almost starting to think we're living under like a monarchy or an oligarchy for real at this point. There ain't no way. Ain't no damn way. But all right.
Alex Acosta in Florida, her connection to Epstein is so intertwined. She wasn't there for him, but after he was gone, she came in. They didn't pursue anything for Epstein. If you want to know, Pat, his attitude towards it, look at the question they ask and look at his response, and you guys tell me what you think he's going to be pursuing after this. Go ahead. And then I have one thing to say.
You said this is the end of the Epstein, of your review of the Epstein files. So just to clarify, is the public going to learn the identities of the men who abused the girls with the information that you're releasing? And if not, Why not? And then I have a quick follow-up.
I mean, you just baked in an assumption into your question that I have never said and I don't know to be true. Is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what does that mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, there.
Like I ain't gonna lie. He confused the reporter with his response. He was like, wait.
10 out of 10 lawyers speak. 10 out of 10 lawyers speak.
I mean, I ain't gonna. Yeah, I know you would know, huh? But I was saying that was pretty good because that left me perplexed. I'd have been like, "Whoa, what do you mean?" I mean, like, shouldn't we know this or know what? Yeah, you're right. He got it. He got him with that one.
The men who abuse the young women through Epstein's.
Look, we said in July, and it remains as true today as it was in July. If we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women, we would prosecute them.
No.
Right? We talked about the work that we're doing. That's why I said that. I said this earlier. There's this built-in.
He's so because they're all connected. And I want to say this, Pat, FYI, Pam Bondi is supposed to go in front of the House Oversight Committee on April 14th because of Epstein files. Number one. Number two, Thomas Massie came out and he congratulated Todd Blanche and he said, now, this was yesterday, you have 30 days to release the rest of the files. So that's a lot because there's over 3 million left. He goes, I'm sorry, you have 30 days to release the files before becoming criminally liable for failure to comply with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. We're being gaslit, bro.
You know what's interesting? You said earlier today you feel like something spiritual is going on in society. This, to me, is the ultimate. You want to look at the most evil, disturbing thing, and it's done by people who have all the power, all the control. We're sitting here, we feel helpless. And if you were going to attack anything, destroy anything, you would destroy God's most beautiful creation, children. And it's just...
Oh, God, we got about 30 of y'all in the vertical live, man. Go ahead and double tap that screen and like the video, guys. I believe we got like what 113 across all platforms. So guys, go ahead and double tap that screen on YouTube or smash the like button. And I guess for the 83 of y'all on X, shoot, follow your boy. But all right, let's get back to it.
I don't know. I can't. I get very emotional sometimes when I watch. Yeah, makes me very upset. I don't know. It's one of the things that drives me crazy.
Oh, by the way, you can replace Pam Bondi, Todd, 50 different times. The American people are not going away with Epstein.
I really hope
you can replace anybody you want.
I agree.
It's not going away.
Yeah. I mean, they're just going to be the next person to get grilled on it. Like, no matter who y'all get, y'all can get a completely new AG and deputy AG, and we're going to still grill them the same way about these Epstein files. It's not going nowhere. Y'all have already shown us enough to where we'll never let it go. And as we should be like that. And y'all going to have to deal with that until you give us what we want.
I don't want to go Epstein. I want to stay here on Trump. Look,
I bet you don't.
I figured out kind of how Trump operates. Everyone kind of speculates how Trump operates. You tell me if you agree or disagree with this. You've heard of the hot, crazy matrix? Never heard of that? The hot, crazy matrix?
The hotter the girl.
The hotter the girl, the crazier she is. You got to figure out, is she crazy? Is she not? Is she hot? Then you kind of figure out what there goes from there. Okay. You've heard of the Navy SEAL trust versus skill matrix. The Navy SEAL want people to trust. They obviously want high skilled, but trust is more important than skilled.
Yep.
What's the Trump matrix? In my opinion, it's loyalty and competence. The number one thing is, are you with me or against me? If you're not loyal, that's it. There's no place in this administration for you. But are you competent? Are you actually good at your job? Do you have skill? Are you talented? Are you going to help me win? We're going to win so big. So to me, everyone is judged on this matrix. Are you loyal or disloyal? Are you basically screwing things up or doing a good job? And that's how Trump operates. To me, loyalty for Trump will get you in the door, but competence will keep you in the house. Just like in a dating situation, to use the hot crazy matrix, beauty will keep you in the door and get you in the door. Inner beauty and being a good person will keep you in the house. So to me, Trump is looking at everybody. JD Vance, Rubio, RFK, Bondi, Kristi Noem goes, are they loyal? Are they with me? And are they doing a good job? And to me, if you want to question Pam Bondi, do you think Pam Bondi was loyal? I think she was pretty damn loyal.
Yeah.
I think her flaw was competence. JD Vance, in another capacity, is he loyal? Maybe there's some questions. I don't know. Is he competent?
Yeah.
It seems so.
Yeah.
That's how you judge Trump.
Remember his first pick? His first pick was Matt Gaetz.
Yeah.
And the Senate told there were 64 senators that said we will never vote for Matt Gaetz. So it was impossible confirmation.
For Attorney General,
I mean, bro, Matt Gaetz would have been that guy, bro. Oh my goodness, Matt Gaetz would have been a really good choice. I mean, I like Matt Gaetz. I know he got caught up in some bullshit that he beat, but yeah, let's be real though. He was unconfirmable. Yeah, the senators pretty much stood up against him. It was cooked. It was cooked from the get-go. But he'd have been a way better choice than Pam Bondi. And I ain't gonna lie, we'd have got the Epstein files with Matt Gaetz for sure. For sure.
For AG, right? He was the one.
Yeah.
Trump wanted a pit bull. He wanted a pit bull to go out and prosecute the people that had illegally prosecuted him and to go right those wrongs. Those were real things. You look at all the things that he went through. And I'm not a cheerleader for him. Forget his name is Trump. Just go down the list and say a sitting president and then a citizen after he left office was subjected to all of this and how much of it turned out to be wrong.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want it?
But
People
You're saying he wanted a pit bull, but he got a chihuahua on Pam Bondi.
No, I didn't say that. You just said that.
I did.
I would never.
I inferred that.
Way.
But what I would say is the following: there's difference between competency. I would add one more thing to it.
Sure.
To that, trust competency, and I would add one other one. It's media prepared, and she failed in the media side. She did when she went in the hearing. That was not good. When she didn't realize when you're in the market and you have to always assume cameras are on you and people are asking a question at a coffee shop. Media trained, you have to know, you have to be bulletproof with secret sauce. I always explain the circles. You got people that are in different circles, and you have the smaller circle where you open up and talk about anything. And you'll always test the circle by dropping stuff that nobody else will know to see if it leaks out. And like, that guy's, I can't trust that guy, and going out. So you have to make sure who you trust. The loyalty part is there, but it's also not bragging about the intel that you have. Some people want to brag about the intel that they have. Some people want to say, let me tell you how important I am. No, it's not about you. So, it's not easy. There's a mob element to it when you're hiring certain people on your team. And by the way, you know what else you do? Sometimes also you bring people on your team that you intentionally use them and they don't even know it as the person to leak information.
Yeah.
They don't even know why they got hired. Like, why does he have me in my, because you don't realize I intentionally, when I want the market to know what's really going on, I'll tell you and I'll tell you not to tell anybody. You're telling me that night. So I know how to use you as well.
You ready for the next thing that they're going to say about Trump? By the way, I agree with you on the media savviness. That's obviously a major component. The next attack line on Trump is that
media savvy. Like, come on, Adam. Call board, bro. But all right. We're going to go ahead and end it on this one, man. We're almost 4 hours in. And yeah, man, shout out to my man Sid and Chad for joining me up here.
Appreciate it, big man. I'll see you later.
All right, man. See you, bro. Appreciate you for coming up. Appreciate the support, man. And all right, man. Shout out to the I guess the more liberal panel. We had Sid and my man Chad up here. Shout out to both of them. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close on out with a word from our partners at Kalshi's. Make sure you go ahead and take advantage of that deal using the promo code SETmedia when you sign up for Kalshi to take advantage of this deal right here. Oh, and don't forget to double tap that screen and like the video and also subscribe to the channel. But all right, to our partners at Kalshi, this is Set with SETmedia. Yo, this is Set with SETmedia, man. I'm here to talk to you about our partner, Kalshi. Kalshi is the largest legal prediction market in the United States with over 1 million users. It's available in all 50 states. They are a real money market. People trading on what they think will happen. You can build a position and trade in and out of almost any prediction you think. Kalshi facilitates trade between people kind of like the stock market. There's no limiting your trades just because you're winning. Kalshi will pay you interest on your position. So if you make a long-term trade, you can earn a return even before the market is resolved. If you want to try out Kalshi, go ahead and give them a try, guys, at my link, kalshi.com/setmedia. Get $20 when you trade 20, so it's 20 for 20, guys. Once again, that's kalshi.com/setmedia. Go ahead and use my code SETmedia to get $20 when you trade 20. Let's go ahead and take a look here at Kalshi, because like I said, it is a trading market where you can put in your prediction, and you can go ahead and earn interest on that. You can make money off the knowledge that you know. And if you put $20 in, you get $20 back. So, all right, guys, make sure to go check out my guy Kalshi, because you can get in on good trades like who Trump nominated as Fed chair. Will Ali Khamenei be outed as the supreme leader? And will the U.S. confirm that aliens exist before 2027? So if you want to get in on this action, once again, go ahead and go to my partners at Kalshi. Go ahead and use the link, or you can hit the QR code above and use S.E.T Media to go ahead and get $20 when you trade 20. This is S.E.T from S.E.T Media, and shout out to Kalshi.